Ayowana wiana hey, ayowana wiana hey, 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 hey. Ayowana wiana hey, ayowana wiana hey, 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 hey. Ayowana wiana hey, ayowana wiana hey, 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 hey. Ayowana wiana hey, ayowana wiana hey, 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 hey. Ayowana wiana hey, ayowana wiana hey, 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 hey. Ayowana wiana hey, ayowana wiana hey, 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 hey. Ayowana wiana hey, ayowana wiana hey, 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 hey. Aho shinawana honata, aho shinawana hey. Happy Sunday, S-O-N-S-U-N. Aho, aho. Thank you, Great Spirit. Thank you, Great Mother. Thank you, power and guidance of a medicine wheel in all our relations for the new day. Aho, aho. Thank you to all our relations, all our relations, all our relations. Happy Sunday, everybody. How's everybody doing today? Aho. Hold on a second. I'm gonna take a sip of my coffee. Don't you like the way I got that picture in the back of painting to match the cup that I'm drinking from? Ironic, huh? And the other painting as well. I'm saying that because I'm he who notices. I notice things in my life. I notice what the things in other people's life. I notice things in my life. I notice things around me. When I was going to school years ago and being taught energy healing, I was taught to be he who notices, he who is aware, he who sees, he who hears, he who understands. But most of all, he who is aware, he who notices. And one of the things that I noticed more than anything was what was happening in the world of Walking Crow. How I may have been broken, how I may have been speaking, how I may have been acting, how I may have been treating others or mistreating others, how I may have been mistreating myself through my words and not so much my actions. I was listening to a video this morning of a woman, a spiritual healer, leader. I'm not judging her, but I was noticing and listening and highly in awareness of what she was saying. And she was talking about an experience she had. Well, we all have experiences, but she was talking about other people like she knew them. She was talking about what they may be going through, what they're going through, what this time of year brings, how people act at this time of year because they may be able to or may not be able to do something. You know what? Other people, this is what I learned as he who is aware, he who notices. Other people are not any of my business. So to speak for other people is wrong of me. I don't speak for other people or about what they might be going through because they are not my business. My awareness is my business. My tongue is my business. How I speak, how I feel is important. That is my business. How I think is not important. Your stinking thinking gets you in trouble. The reason there are rattles in the world is so you can rattle that stinking thinking, that monkey mind, that self-speak. that poor self speak, so you can come out of that stinking thinking and you can come into your heart. People refer to this as the mind. This is not the mind. This is the brain. This is the transmission of the body. The mind is here with the soul. It's out here, a whole. So the more you refer to your mind, you will be up in here, floating around in the ethers. This is air. This is where I breathe. This is fire. This is where I feel my self-esteem. This is water. This is where I was birthed. This is where I connect. This is the emotion. This is where I flow. And the last one is earth. That is where I stand. I stand in my feet. I stand in my root. I stand in my shoot. I don't live up here in my head in what I think. And I don't really care what you think. Tell me how you feel. Because when you're telling me what you're thinking, you're avoiding yourself. You're avoiding the emotional body. I live in the emotional body. I had to learn how to do that because I practiced escapism for 50 years. I practiced escapism. And when I became an elder at 52, my life started to change. And I really I was already on my path to becoming walking crow, to becoming that energy healer, to becoming the curandero, the medicine man, if you will, the shaman, if you will, if you want to call me that. I was already well on my way at 52 when I became an elder. But I learned a lot of important lessons, and you can tell how old people are by the way they speak. They haven't had the enough experiences yet to be talking about what they're talking about. I listened to Dr. Gabor Mate. In fact, a lot of what I teach is in line with him, not because I studied him, but by happenstance. Our experiences are different, but we've had experiences. We've experienced the experience, and we only speak of the experience. We don't speak of others' experiences. I certainly don't. I can't. I would be a liar, and I would be unfair to speak of other people's experiences. So in my talks, I talk about me because I'm the most important person in my heart, in my life, not in my mind. In my mind, I'm talking about Donald Trump, and I'm talking about Joe Biden, and I'm talking about my neighbor, and I'm talking about my clients, or what they don't do and what they do, and judging them. This is an imperfect world, and there is no perfection in this world, which is perfection, right? Not being perfect is perfect because we get the opportunity. I get the opportunity. I don't know about we. I get the opportunity to do things on my own with the help of others. See, I pay attention and I notice those talks out there, and I don't listen to everything on Facebook because not everything on Facebook is worth listening to. Those of you who are escaping from Facebook and are tired of Facebook, stop reading the shit. I log on to Facebook to do what I do. I don't care what you do. If I happen to hear your voice and you catch my attention like Pookie Lee and Bob Baker did this morning, they caught my attention. Dr. Gabor Mate caught my attention this morning. And this other person from the East Coast caught my attention this morning because of the way they were speaking, not because of the way they were thinking, except for the third one. She was expressing her thinking, and you don't need to know what I'm thinking. But I'll tell you what I'm feeling because I want to know what you're feeling. When my clients come to see me and they're sitting in front of me and they start talking about their thinking, I say, stop. Listen to the words that you're using. You're thinking. Allow yourself to move into your heart and speak from the feeling of what you want to talk about. Because when we talk about the thinking, oh my God, we go on for hours and 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 hours. We just don't stop talking. We write books that nobody's going to read. So anyways, be he or she that notices. Can you do that? Can you be he or she that notices? Can you be he or she or he that is aware, that listens, not listens, but listens here. HEAR, do you know how to listen here? Be in your awareness. Notice the things that are happening around you. We don't always have to use the wrong words to speak of ourselves, of others. Pokey Lee mentioned casting spells with our words. When you speak, you're casting spells. I don't know if people are having trouble through Christmas because they can't afford something. They think. Why are you talking about other people's thinking when you can't even think for yourself or feel for yourself? I don't know if people are having trouble because it's Christmas. I don't know if they feel or think that they should be buying gifts or presents for anybody. I don't know that because it's none of my business. I know that I don't buy gifts or presents for people because it's not necessary. If I'm in your life, I'm a gift in your life. If you're in my life, you're the gift to my life. I don't want anything more from you. You're enough. You are enough in my life. I am enough in your life. And if I'm not enough in your life, you know what? Take up drinking, take up smoking pot, take up something that is going to unfulfill your life. But I will fulfill your life. I will help you fulfill your cup. My cup runneth over. My cup runneth over. I am blessed beyond belief. I have a home. I have, last 2-3 weeks, I've been making drums. I've been traveling. I was in South Dakota. I was in Los Angeles. I was in New Mexico. I was in Colorado. I was in all these places. And seeing people and getting to hug people and talk to people and listen to the way they speak and notice how they do things. There's a shortcoming that a lot of healers have that I've noticed because I'm he who notices. I'm he who is aware. And it's that they're talking about other people that they know nothing about. And they cast spells with their words. I don't talk about I'm gonna, I should, I could have, I speak to myself in the highest form because I am the highest form. Creator didn't make shit. He doesn't make junk. He makes us in the imperfection of perfection that we are. And I accept that. I accept my shortcomings, my overdoings, my voice. I had to learn to teach myself or unteach myself the way that my family, my brothers, my sisters, my mother, my father, my grandfather, their grandparents, their parents, and their lineage, I had to unlearn the way that I was taught to speak in those lineages. How many of you will be willing to call yourself on the carpet and say, stop, don't. They're not my business. I have a relative, I'll say it this way, who is sick. And I told him a few years ago, I poked him in the belly. He said, you need to do something about that or you're going to die. I don't want that for him. But I saw him. When I see you, I see you. And he's got cancer. And he's angry. And constant judgment. And it never ends. And I'm like, wow, that's just too bad. And other people want to come up to me and tell me that he's sick. And they say that I should talk to him because he's sick. I said, you should mind your own business. If he's sick, he should tell me that he's sick. Mind your own business. Mind you. Don't mind him. Don't mind his supposed mind. Mind your heart and have compassion for him and stop gossiping about him and telling other people what you believe him to be because you're casting spells. You're creating dark magic. Don't do that in your life or in the lives of others. I was an alcoholic, for 20 years. I was longer than that, I guess. But I went to AA. I got help. I stopped drinking. I haven't had a drink since, my 23rd day in Alcoholics Anonymous, and I don't tell people that I'm that thing. Hi, my name's so-and-so, I'm such and such. You know why? Because I have not been an alcoholic for 31, almost 32 years in January. I have not had a drink, a fix, a pill, cocaine. I've had to overcome my food issues, my emotional issues, my sex issues, all those things I've had to overcome on my own with the help of others. Aho. So I no longer go to those places where they have meetings. And if you do, that's fine. That's your business is your business. But if I don't do that, because I am no longer that. I speak to the highest realm, the highest form of what Creator has created me for. I am not an alcoholic. I am not a drug addict. I am not a sex addict. I am not a food addict. I am not a shopaholic. All those cute, funny, stupid little words that you use. I am not those things. I haven't been for a long time. My name is Walking Crow, and I am Transformational Sacred Drum Medicine. Aho. I am a hollow bone. I am willing to understand. I'm willing to listen. I'm willing to share the medicines that are given to me. Not by force. I grew up Catholic, and I was involved in Protestant churches for a big part of my life. And I've always said, this is a quote by me, they will spoon feed you with a shovel in those places. They will, write this down, and you heard it from Walking Crow first. They will spoon feed you with a shovel. That's what religion does. And we see it every now and again pop up on Facebook when they show the videos of what happened in these Americas, in Africa, in the Asias, in the lands where people went in and tried to force religion, Christianity, Jesus Christ, their version of a God on the people. Your version of God is not my version of God. It's not. So my version of what I see of you is my version, and you don't have to hear it. You don't have to understand it. You don't have to hear it come out of my mouth and have me cast spells on you. Thank you, Pokey Lee, for saying that this morning. Thank you, Gabor Mate, Dr. Gabor Mate, for allowing me to hear things again and to re-understand. Re-understand. Aho, again. Because sometimes I need a reminder. Thank you, my friend over in North Carolina on the East Coast, who said what she said this morning to spark that flame in me, to allow me to be reminded that it's how I speak and how I feel that's important. What comes out of this mouth is important. Their Bible says, as a man speaketh, so is he in his heart. I believe that. You hear people talking, it's like, whoa, I got to go this way, And I believe in not making other people my business unless they make themselves my business. They need to give me permission. I don't read people and tell them what they need to know or what I think they need to know. I have intuitive abilities, and it's not always my business to tell you. It's not always my business to tell you. And if you're in the healing world or the spiritual world or the gossip world, and I'm going to use that word because it's all gossip. You're casting spells on people, and the other people are none of your business unless they ask you or tell you that they are your business. Oh. I didn't think I had a lot to say this morning, or I didn't feel I had a lot to say this morning, but I said it. And if what I say to you rubs you the wrong way, guess what? I'm rubbing you the right way. And that's my quote. That's another quote by Walking Crow. Those words come to me because I am of clear mind. I am of clear heart. Creator, Great Spirit, gave me a clear mind and a clear heart because I was willing to say yes to my future, to my present, to my past. Not live in pain, not live in casting spells, not live in hurt, but to walk in dignity and humility if I'm able to. Humility doesn't always look the same from different people. It looks like different things. I had a gentleman say to me one time, you're awfully conceited for somebody who's spiritual. I said, well, yeah, you should have heard the way I used to talk. I was down on myself. I was an alcoholic. I was a drug addict. I was sad. I was fat. How many of you speak of yourself as fat? I'm going to tell you, I was obese. I was 238 pounds. I'm 160 now, and I was 140 a couple of months ago. I've gained a little weight, probably for winter. But so what? I'm healthier. I have a healthier body. When I was obese, I wasn't healthy. My sugars were way out of line. I didn't know how to eat proper food. I was obese, and people like to make obesity cute. It's not cute. I don't care who you are or what to say. It's not cute. I wasn't cute. I was fat, and I was disgusting. But I'm not that anymore. I live I speak to myself as on the highest levels and live in the highest realms. I am happy. I am at peace. I'm not stressing because it's Christmas time and I don't have any money, which I don't have anyways, usually to spend. How many of you buy Christmas gifts in February or June or July or September? How many of you do that? So just because it's December, you think you have to buy something for somebody because you want to let them know that you love them? Pick up your phone. This is my mouse. And say, hello, so-and-so, this is so-and-so. I love you. I called you because you were on my heart. Not because you were on my mind. I called you because you were on my heart and I felt that I wanted to hear your voice. Not needed, wanted. Everybody needs, but nobody does. Yeah, I used to hear it all the time in Alcoholics Anonymous. They would say, that person needs to get sober. And I would say, how do you know what that person needs? Mind your own business. So I've been talking this way for a long time. And with regards to that, there's a line in the preamble of Alcoholics Anonymous, the big book of Alcoholics Anonymous, and I want you to pay close attention. It says, we 100 people have recovered from a seemingly hopeless state of mind and body. Okay, so what? So you're still there going to meetings, you're still claiming that you're this and that and the other thing. So what have you recovered from? What? Tell me, show me what you have recovered from and how. Because I'm looking at you and you're still obese, you're drinking soda, you're eating that food, you're making excuses for all kinds of things, and you're not living your best life. I'm living my best life. You know why? Because I say this. I have transformed from a seemingly hopeless state of mind and body. I was never hopeless. I was only helpless. I asked for help and I remain hopeful. How many of you are hopeful about your life and the lives of others instead of casting spells on yourself and others? The Four Agreements talks about that. Other people are none of my business. Listen to my words. Other people are none of my business. So why would I cast spells about what they might be doing or who they might be or what they might be or this or that? You're gossiping if you're doing that. You're creating darkness in your own life. You're creating separation between you and them. There is no us and them. There's only us. There's them in a different place, standing in a different physical place, in a different emotional place. Be like Kuan Yin and be compassionate for yourself before you start gossiping about others. And that way you're compassionate of them and for them and to them and yourself. Because you deserve that. You know what it's like as a child to be judged, to be beaten, to be hit, to be manipulated. They've been doing that to us all our lives. So what? Overcome. Be an overcomer. I'm an overcomer. My name is Walking Crow, and I am the transformational sacred drum medicine. And there's nothing you can do or say about that. That is who and what I am. And I want to thank those three people, Pokey Lee, Dr. Gabor Mate, and that person on the East Coast for speaking this morning, because I heard them clearly. And I hope you hear me clearly, because I speak clearly. I am clear, 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 clear. I'm a channel. And if you want to change this channel, go for it. You don't have to listen to me. But you're going to listen to somebody somewhere, and you might as well listen and understand how you can transform and change and become a better version, a better form of you. Aho. Aho, my name is Walking Crow, and I am the transformational sacred drum medicine. I'll say that over and over again. I'll say that because I understand it, and that's who and what I am. So I opened with Iowana Wiana, and I'm going to sing a song out, and I'm going to thank you for coming and showing up and saying yes to my words and to my feeling and my expression. Find your own way to express that doesn't cast spells. That's my message for this morning. Aho, shinawana honata. Aho, shinawana hey. Have a beautiful day, everybody. Happy Sunday. SONSUN. And remember, they are none of my business. You are not my business until you say you are my business. Aho. Have a great day.